like a little puzzle, and I like to do it. And I'm not going to be ashamed that I like to do fun things because I think it is fun. So, hello, I'm here to help you out on the questions that you asked about. So I'm making a little video instead of typing out a long email. Let's start off with number 3. Number 3 is actually kind of one of the harder ones. I wish they put it at the end. You might be able to do it better, but let's do it together. They don't give us bottom numbers at first, so we'll have to look up the bottom numbers in a second. They give us top numbers. We need to do top math and bottom math, and we need to treat our arrow like an equal sign. So just looking at the top numbers, what's 10 plus 4? 14. And if you have different top numbers, just do your own set of numbers. I think the other numbers are what, like 20, 27 and 4. So 27 plus 4 is 31. If that's what you got, use that. So I have 10 plus 4. It's 14. That's going to be equal to the numbers on the other side. So 14 is equal to what plus 1? It should be 13. If you have 31, 31 is equal to what plus 1? 30. Okay, so you just set that up. You're going to type in 30 or 13 in your top number there. That's going to be your mass number. Now the bottom. They leave the bottom blank. So you have to do a little investigating. So for my problem, which is boron and helium, boron is the 5th element. I find it on the periodic table. It's the 5th element. So this bottom number here should be 5. They don't want you to put it in. Don't put it in there. Just know that it's 5. For helium, it's 2. I have 2 protons in helium, 5 protons in boron, so I have 5 and 2. If you have the other problem, it's what? Aluminum and helium? Yeah, so if you have aluminum and helium, it's 13 and 2. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 13 plus 2 is what? 15. And then on the other side, I have a question mark and a 0. So what plus 0 is 7? It's 7. What plus 0 is 15? It's 15. So if you have the 7 problem, put 7 on the bottom. If you have the 15 problem, put 15 on the bottom. And then last thing, what element is it? The bottom number tells you the element. So I would have the 7th element. That's going to be nitrogen. If you have the 15th element, that's going to be what? Phosphorus with the P. Yeah, 15. So you just put in those 2 question marks and the big question mark, and that's it. Hit enter, and you should be good to go. So I'll actually go ahead and type that in on my end, just so I can get that green box going on and feel better about myself.
Yeah.
So I have 7 here, and I have 13 here, and that gives me nitrogen. Check answer. Boom. Okay, and I'm going to skip over a couple of these because she didn't ask about them. She asked about number 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7, 8, and 9 are all the same. Probably number 6 too. You just need to do the top math and the bottom math and figure out what's missing here. So on this one, the formatting is a little off because the negative throws it off. But my 0 is on top and my -1 is on bottom, just like a beta particle. So I need to do the top math and the bottom math. I click here. If I want the double boxes, I click on the double boxes, and it's going to ask me what's the top number. 90 is equal to 0 plus what? It's got to be 90 because the 0 doesn't change anything, so the top number should stay the same. So I should have 90 up top. On the bottom, 38 is equal to -1 plus what? Or you can do it backwards. Backwards helps me out a lot, so do it backwards from right to left. What plus -1 is equal to 38? 39. You got to be higher because you're adding a -1. It's going to bring it down. So I'm going to have 90 on top and 39 on bottom. Now, make sure your problem's the same. If you have a different problem than me, you're going to have a different answer than me. But for mine, I should have 90 on top, 39 on bottom. And what's the 39th element? It is yttrium. Yttrium. So put in the Y for yttrium after that, and you should be good to go. And you're going to do that the same for all 3 of these. So like for this bottom one, 210 is equal to 206 plus what? 4. I'm 4 away. So I'm going to have a 4 on top. 90 or 89 is equal to 87 plus what? 2. I'm going to have a 2 on the bottom. 4 and 2, you can either use the actual periodic table or you look up here to see what particle you have. It's the helium particle. It's an alpha particle. So 4 over 2 and helium. Or just so you know, if you want to put the alpha or the beta, everybody look, because you'll use this in a little bit. You click here, click on these letters down here, and it has the alpha and the beta right there. You can use helium instead of alpha, but when you need beta, you have to use that symbol or it will count it wrong. So that should help you through 7, 8, 9, and now 10. Just so everybody sees for 10, here's my advice. I think you can get it. By the time you get down there to do 10, you'll understand this a lot better. But when you do 10, take it one step at a time. One step at a time should be pretty easy. So if I cover everything up and I just look at the beginning, 92 is equal to, because I treat the arrow like an equal sign, 92 is equal to what plus 90? It's got to be 2. So I grab the molecule that has, or the atom that has a 2 on the bottom, slide it up here, it's an alpha particle. So now 90 plus 2 is equal to 92. Now I'm done with that part. I'm going to forget that it exists and go forward. What plus negative 1 is equal to 90? I got to go up 1 because I'm adding a negative 1. So it should be 91. I find the 91 and drag it up here. 89 plus what is equal to 92? It should be 2. Boom. So you're just going to work your way through it one step at a time, doing one little math problem at a time until you get all the answers put in, and see if it's right. If it's not, let me know and I'll come by and check it. So for those of you at home, which I will go ahead and send this to all my online people. I'm turning the lights on. For those of you at home, try to give these problems a try. And if you can't get it, send me a screenshot of your problem and your answer in there so I can see what your answer is and kind of tell you what to change. So I hope this helps you out, and I will send this out as soon as it gets posted to YouTube. Thank you.